Hello, everyone. Welcome into the Bogey Bro Banter. We are in Dallas, in Brodie's house. In a little bit.
The house that Brodie built.
The house that Brodie built. And we'll call it a dark horse corner.
It's pretty
I
light,
wish we had the rhino in the shot.
No, Rhino's
dark
out of the
horse
shot.
rhino.
There's a rhino
Dang
over
it,
there.
dude. How heavy is the rhino?
It's not as heavy as you think.
It looks very heavy.
I thought it was either going to be like as light as styrofoam or just like 80 pounds.
It would be sick though. I could like make a little hole in the bottom of it and throw some tungsten blocks in there.
Yeah.
If someone like goes to pick it up. Have you ever had
heavy.
someone just walk in and try to grab the rhino?
We don't really have guests.
How can we turn...
Okay, let me rephrase that. Trevor and I are going to try to grab the rhino tonight.
How can we... that sounded interesting. How can we turn the tungsten cube thing into a prank somehow? Like, I feel like because it's such
Make a disc out of tungsten.
Well, that would be something. But I'm thinking like because of the fact that it's such a like unsuspecting thing.
How big is it? I haven't seen it.
They're like this big.
It's smaller.
But it weighs, like this weighs 50 pounds.
But
The
like,
one
can
I
you
saw
get
was
one that's
smaller.
small?
The one I saw was smaller than a Rubik's Cube.
Like, could you get it small enough to like put in my water bottle?
You could,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be as heavy.
It would just probably
Like
weigh
the
like,
one that was like
it would still
would
be
weigh
the
like
shock
3
value.
pounds.
Rubik's cube size.
To be that small?
Yeah, you could probably
Well,
like,
like my
I
ring
bet
has
a marble.
tungsten in it, so like if you hold this, you can tell it's pretty heavy.
That's pretty dense.
I bet a marble sized tungsten ball would weigh.
Well, no,
3
but you could probably get like this,
I don't
like
know.
in a water bottle like that. The mouth's like this big,
Oh yeah, a golf ball sized tungsten probably. Weighs
and you could
5
put like
pounds.
2 or 3 of them.
If you
in
had
there.
like
so
a
you have like a 15-pound water bottle now, just sitting on someone's desk, and they go to pick up the drink out of it.
It's true.
Yeah, but what if they drink out of it and they die because they have
Tungsten
tungsten
poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta work through. We gotta work through it a little bit.
But
But it'd be
I'm
more
thinking, like-
who's going to pick up their water bottle, and being like, "This is 15 pounds. I'm still drinking out of it."
Yeah,
Depends on how thirsty I
You're
am.
gonna inspect it, I guess, a little bit. I just think like because it's such an unsuspecting thing to be like, oh, here's this little object. Like if you saw that cube and it looked like a paperweight on somebody's desk, and you just say to Connor or whatever, just like, hey, can you grab these receipts from underneath my paperweight? He goes pick that thing up. Like you're not. You're gonna have to really
How
try
expensive is a tungsten cube?
It's very expensive.
I think they are really
hundreds of
expensive.
dollars. Why did tungsten all of a sudden just become popular?
It's the most dense metal.
It is the most dense
Yes.
metal. Okay.
At least that's attainable.
What's the second most
That's
dense metal?
Because I was gonna say there's a lot of.
Now you're asking too many
Well,
questions.
like, is that more attainable? Like, if we went second most dense, and it's only like
That's lame, dude. Second most dense. Come
'Cause,
on.
like,
second
lead-
most dense, twice as big, only
Liquid
like 50.
lead is very, very heavy, but probably not in the same.
What?
Liquid lead?
Yeah, but like, where have you like? How do you?
What
know
I'm
that?
saying is like when did I don't believe tungsten is
Like,
I see you, I hear you saying that, but at the same time I don't know if I believe that.
that it's
I
the
don't think
most
it's the
dense.
heaviest. I don't think it's the heaviest
I got
metal
great-
on the periodic table.
I got fantastic news for you.
Can you Google and still have your voice memo?
Yeah,
work?
it's still going.
You can do
Voice memo's still
both?
going. That's fancy.
Densest metal. Osmium.
Oh, Brodie was
Osmium
right.
is the densest at all temperatures.
That's what that rhino is made of.
Wait a second, but there might be a temperature thing. Is tungsten the densest? The fundamentals for tungsten remain the same. Tungsten is important because heavy is one of our heaviest metals. So apparently it's not.
That's what I'm saying. It's like what made tungsten.
But here's the thing. So here's, for example, gold. Gold is just slightly more heavy than tungsten. But like, how are you going to get a cube of gold? You're going to pay thousands of dollars. Plutonium is a little bit, and then okay, but if you
Gold's heavier than tungsten.
look at by like 0.0.
How heavy are those gold bars?
what
heaviest
gold
crap.
bars?
Have you ever seen? Have
yeah,
you ever
they're
seen the
super
clip of
heavy.
that?
They're
Have
heavy as
you ever
crap.
seen the clip of that guy that like if you get the gold bar out, you get to keep it, and it's in this like plastic
Yes.
case.
Yes.
And the dude reached in with like one hand and like got it up and he
So,
got it out.
if you look
now,
at-
that makes me way more impressed with him because that had to be like, there's no way.
A gold bar is probably 20 pounds.
But a gold bar is massive.
No, they're not that big.
If
So how? Yeah. So how big is a 50-pound tungsten thing?
it's not
then?
that big, it's like this big around, I would say. Yeah, gold
Math
bars
is
have gotta
not
be
adding
heavy.
up.
No. A 50-pound thing of tungsten
I
is
just-
gonna be pretty large.
I just saw it on Barstool.
How heavy?
that wasn't 50 pounds.
How
They
heavy?
said
that
it
was
was.
5.
No, it
The
was
ball,
50 pounds.
the block
Wasn't a-
that Nick got was like 5 pounds, I think.
Somebody got a 50 because they were like barely able to pick
Well,
it up.
I know Big Cat might have bought. I think I saw him buy another one. Did he buy a 50-pound one?
They had a 50-pound cube on their TikTok or something,
Okay.
and they were struggling to
The
pick it up.
initial one that Nick bought that I first saw like a week ago or so was
No, this
a
one's
little bit
huge.
smaller than a Rubik's.
So looking at this list, though, tungsten is like it's very close to the most dense.
Okay.
What?
Platinum is another
But it's
one that's
probably
more
just the
dense.
the most easily accessible
I think so.
/ cost one.
Okay, back to the gold bar situation.
Yeah.
How heavy is a gold bar?
I want to say I would say 20 to 25 pounds.
Then tungsten, a 50-pound tungsten cube,
Okay,
would have to be like this.
How?
No, it would
heavy
just be like 2 of these. So like this is that. A
But
gold
like-
bar is not that high.
bar.
A gold bar is like this
Okay, so
high
you take this.
and
A
this.
gold bar, the standard gold bar. Actually, if you look at like the standard gold bar, but like I'm looking at like these blocks.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like
The size of your forearm.
it's like this big,
yeah, like
and like that tall.
it's like
A
the thing-
standard gold bar, a standard one, is 27 pounds.
Yeah, I was close.
So
It's
the
like the
tungsten-
size of
the
the.
tungsten-
Let's look
cube
up.
that's
Let's
50
look,
pounds
let's look
has
up
to be
50
huge.
pound tungsten cube.
I'm thinking a gold bar is like when you have the butter stick and then you put the little thing on top of the butter stick and it's in that thing. Like I'm thinking that's kind of size.
No, bigger than that.
Let's look at.
Not by much.
I don't know.
Like
I've
yeah,
never seen a
also
gold bar.
Never seen a gold. Yeah,
I've
I've
seen
also,
some videos.
I've also
So this
never
cube.
seen.
Okay. Oh
Good
my
point.
gosh, these are. So this is a 4-inch tungsten cube.
Okay, so that's like
Okay, that's
And
not-
this
that's probably
one,
this.
that's like that.
this one weighs like 20 pounds, I think. So maybe it wasn't 50 pounds.
Okay, 'cause the
I think
8
that's
inch-
where the misinformation was. They were just. I
The
maybe
8-inch would be
like how
a
hard is
50 pound
20
Well,
pounds?
think about who works at Barstool. They're not the biggest. They're not the most.
I guess
athletic.
because it's really smooth though.
Looks
Like
like-
you're used to like if you pick up a 20
What the
pound.
heck happened to mine?
You're not.
Are you
picking up?
dead?
Did you mute yourself?
No. Y'all keep going.
Okay.
What do you have to do? A double clap now?
Unmute
I might have
yourself.
to reclap. I did.
Mine's still picking me up.
I'm good.
Hunter is a failure.
My phone broke.
What
That's fine.
happened?
I think if
It
you,
stopped at 6 minutes and 38 seconds.
Oh, you ran out of space?
I have like 20 gigs.
Okay.
I think if you just reclap.
No, I can't even.
You can't get
I
a
have to
recording.
put out the app.
You can't get a recording.
Well, yeah,
set.
it's clear out of the app.
Is he gonna save his recording though?
Yeah.
Oh, we will find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, this is my new clap.
Yeah, double
Yeah,
clap.
Crazy. That was crazy.
That'll be fun to fix and post. Who knows where you lost me and where I'm back?
Well, it's like 6:30, so it's
Wow.
fine.
Oh, but this is only 6 minutes and 6 seconds long.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
We'll figure it out. Back
You-
to the tungsten cube.
you stop talking, so it's fine.
I was gonna say it's like Tommy Smokes trying to pick it up. Like that guy can't.
I think it's also because it's.
Well, it's also like if
smooth.
you try to pick it up like
Yeah,
this,
it's
that's
like-
gonna be very difficult.
It's awkward. Like I
20
like,
pounds picking
because
up.
like a 20-pound dumbbell, obviously, like you have a handle. So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, that's
a-
what I'm saying. Try to pick up with
Maybe
your
that's the
index finger
illusion
and
of it.
thumb.
Is that what they
20
were trying to do?
I have no idea.
They were just trying to grab it like this, and it's smooth as can be. It's like that
The
makes,
grip would be tough.
How good is your grip strength? That's the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently not that good.
Yeah.
Twitter was right. How
Yeah.
dare they?
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a Twitter.
Oh, we do need to actually make that TikTok so people can see where your grip strength is.
Oof.
We don't need to make anything.
We do need to make that
We
TikTok.
might have.
I'm
we might,
willing to say
That would be a
sacrifice
good TikTok for Foundation.
It would be.
Maybe we just crop you out so you see your arm, but you don't actually see who's pulling.
Just make it like that'd be kind of like a funny joke of like I do it and then you like pan up to my face. I'm like, you didn't get my face into it, right? You're like, no, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. No one has any idea who it is. We could do that where it's just like all of our hands and they have to guess whose hand is who.
It'd be funny to be like, guess whose hand's who, and
Mine
do
just-
it.
They just see mine shaking.
And then it gets to
Trevor.
mine, and I do like 110, and then you like pan up to my face. I'm like, but this is gonna be like an anonymous TikTok,
Yeah.
right?
It'll be
No
very-
one's gonna see this, right?
how much different are our hands? Not very much at all.
Brodie's
Yeah,
is-
Brody's, yes. I'm
No,
not-
it'd
but when
be
you're
tough.
gripped on,
It'd be
on
tough.
that thing,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a far away.
you'd probably still be able to get yours.
it depends on how it's shot.
Yeah, also the angle. You can kind of hide it behind the machine a little bit. I think we can pull it off.
We could also just reach into a cardboard box and have
Getting on the other side.
just the reader sticking out of the cardboard box.
I mean, that's
That's too
a
much
lot. Now we're
construction
getting
for me,
crazy
though.
over here. Goodness gracious.
Whose book collection is that?
I was literally just about to say, like, I don't think I've read any of those books.
You haven't read Funky by Ben Askren?
I just started. No, I
He
haven't.
has a book
You haven't
called
seen that?
Funky.
It's
Yeah,
done
he's
pretty
pushing
well.
it.
It's actually pretty. I think it's pretty good.
What's
I
it
haven't watched
I've
about?
heard
yet.
a lot.
I think it's about his life.
Have you ever thought about writing a book? Has anybody approached you about writing
Yes,
a book?
I will not.
What if they
Dang.
told you like all you have to do is voice memo? Like you just sit
No.
down and just talk
What
for
about
hours.
it? Is it the effort that you don't want to put in?
I don't think my life is worth a book.
Oh, dude, I disagree.
I'm not. As much as people will disagree with me, I'm not someone that's like after money at every single door.
I mean,
A book is 100% like
A book's a money play.
it's a money play.
it's a money play, and I think
Unless you're
some
like,
people.
unless you like there's some people whose life. No, it's a money play.
Me and
Unless
Ben,
you're like explaining
me
something.
and Ben Askren's lives are vastly different.
Yes.
Ben Askren's life is going to
Inspire
a lot more people, and then also too like
yours would.
sure, but also he
has accomplished like US gold medal.
his level of fame, I guess, or like stardom or whatever in the sport is greater than.
Well, it's in a sport that's bigger than ultimate or.
Yeah, I'm in two little
disc
niche
golf.
sports.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair. That's a fair
Funky.
statement.
So,
But if you don't
yeah.
write the book now, what happens when ultimate blows up, or disc golf blows up?
I'll just be like one of those people like, oh, like
Here's
a random be like, oh, you guys remember Brodie playing ultimate? Like, and some people will and some people won't. And that's fine.
I was watching. I'm wondering how legit like wrestling state championships are. Like how many there is out there. Is it like a cheerleading situation?
No.
No.
Because
there's just a lot of divisions.
There's different weight classes.
There's different weight
because
classes.
I understand that. I was watching.
Well, weight classes and also different. There's like 5-6 different weight classes per the size of your school.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
there is technically probably 30 plus wrestling state champions in one state.
Yeah.
Because you have
But I would
1A, 2A,
Right.
3A, 4A, 5A.
The
Each
problem
one
I
of
think
those
with
you have.
cheerleading, where like people always say like everyone's a cheerleading state champ or
no, they're
national
national
champ,
champs.
National
is I think there's just a bunch of national championships. Like not necessarily
It's like
divisions.
the
I
belts.
think we've
It's like
talked
the
about
it's like
this
the
before,
boxing
but like,
belts.
can we need to host a national championship of something?
That's what we looked up at cheerleading, and like it
Like,
seemed
what-
like there wasn't.
What
like,
can
you
we?
could-
What can we do?
It
that's
seemed
simple?
like in like high
Doubles.
school competitive cheer.
Not even disc golf. It doesn't have to be disc
Oh.
golf. Can we have if we go even more niche? Because like disc golf, people would sniff it out. I think we had to go outside.
Well, no,
We
but
gotta
it
get
seemed
even
like what
more
was going
niche.
on.
Well, like
is
national
You just
championship?
called it the national championship.
I want like the
Yeah.
national championship of hopscotch.
That'd be a good one, but I was gonna go with bubblegum blowing.
Yes.
So like the largest what
It's
is
like
that?
we were looking at the frisbee
dog
dog
thing.
and there's
There's
so
so
many world
many.
championships
So many.
for frisbee dogs.
I played against one.
See,
He's done
Who,
it.
what?
That was
where were
12
they?
time in Japan.
See what the frick?
No
What does
idea.
that mean? 12 times.
12 times.
Ken
It
Klimo.
It was 12 time world champion dog.
That's
Ken
Klimo
Klimo.
status.
He was better than Ken Klimo. This dog was incredible.
Oh, you played against the dog.
Yeah.
I'll say so I have two dogs, Nova and Luna. Nova is a frisbee dog. Throw a frisbee, she'll run and catch it.
Okay.
Luna doesn't play with toys at all.
Yeah, some dogs just
But
don't care about the whole frisbee
What
situation.
she'll do is she is an incredible defender. She'll play like some serious, like she lines up across from Nova, and Nova will start running, and she covers her.
Oh,
She'll run with her, and when the frisbee comes, she doesn't want to bring it back to
Dogs
her. She
would
wants to
make-
make sure Nova doesn't catch it.
dogs
Has-
would make incredible defensive
So
backs.
I
Oh.
like throw it, and she's biting her side, and then
Yeah.
as soon as Nova jumps, Luna jumps and tries to knock, like
She's
uses her,
playing the
she
receiver.
uses her mouth, and she won't catch it. But there's multiple times where she like hits it out of the air,
Okay, that's kind of
and
cool.
I'm like, I need to get
You
a
need
video.
to start
of this.
filming
This
Air
thing's
Bud in
incredible.
your
yeah,
backyard.
But she'll only do it 2 or 3 times, then she gets tired and it's done.
Dogs can be
But like
so
the first
shifty.
few times, I mean, she could cover any wide receiver.
Yeah, I
out
say
there.
if a dog locks onto you, like you're not shaking that dog.
Did Air Bud ever play
Football.
defense?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if they played. I don't know if everybody played
I
defense.
feel like he was a wide receiver.
well, here's
It's,
the thing with the dog. The dog is locked in on you. They're not locked in on the surroundings.
They can
where-
only do man-to-man coverage.
Imagine like
Yes.
a dog in a full court press. You're not getting that ball in.
No, 5 dogs,
Yeah, they're all over you.
because most
They're face guarding and they're
And-
just all over you.
and they're barking at you.
It's
You
true.
can't even no communication. Just
yeah.
What sport? Okay, here's a question. What sport are you losing to dogs at?
Soccer.
I mean, I'm not losing to a dog.
No,
in
I need to
any
find the
sport.
right scenario for this question.
Yeah, this is the dog is never scoring on me.
Soccer.
It might be hard for me to score a little bit, but it's never scoring on me, so I'm winning that every time. A dog is never beating me in a sport.
What if a dog had human intelligence, but it just had the dog's body? Is there a sport that it's beating you at? That's
Soccer.
a better question. I think soccer,
Oh, soccer, yeah.
Yeah.
If it has a human
because it's so
intelligence,
much faster.
yes,
It's
so much
faster,
faster.
And the
I
ball,
can't-
the
the
ball's
ball's
being
on the
taken.
ground.
Yeah, the ball's being taken.
Especially,
off
I don't
so
have
quick.
good enough footwork. To, like,
Imagine
it's
like
so close to the ground.
I mean, imagine
yeah, the greyhound gets his nose on.
full bore.
Imagine a 3-foot person, someone that's 3 feet tall, but can run just as fast as a normal person.
Faster, even.
Yeah, they would be disgusting at soccer.
Yeah.
They'd also get a lot of handballs.
Yeah.
Probably.
You would. I mean,
Dogs
Well,
can't get
realistically,
and they
handball.
would get injured.
Wait, do dogs have any? They have,
They
They have all
don't
feet,
have any legs.
so they can't get handball.
Yeah.
have you guys seen the dog pants question? It's like, do you put the dog pants on their
Back legs.
back legs, just the back legs, like that's their
Yeah.
legs, or do you put it on all four?
No, you put it on just
I've
the
seen
back
both.
and they stand up.
And then the other one was, do dogs have socks or gloves, or both?
I've heard both.
I think they have hind legs,
Yeah,
arms, all feet.
hind legs and arms, but all feet. That's pretty good.
No,
'Cause, like, when a
no,
dog
because
stands
people
up-
say it's front leg. Like a veterinarian will say your front leg.
Oh, I mean-
like
We
your
don't have to get
front leg.
scientific.
My
with it.
phone hates me.
Are you out
I don't
again?
know. Like, how much do I trust it? I'm flatlined.
That's not good. You
But,
de-
like, I could still be recording.
you
No.
probably aren't.
My phone just, like, locks. Like, it won't let me stop again.
That is not ideal.
My phone's also about to die. And it was all like, no, it's not. Yeah, we're fine.
Should I just hold this in between me and you?
My gosh, dude.
I'm back.
You might have
I'm
to.
back.
We're gonna have to sync this podcast like 10 times.
Every 5 minutes.
Is that you've got to be running out of space? Surely.
But then why? No, because the second one will let me do 8 minutes. The first one will let me do 6.
I don't know.
So the second one didn't
My-
let me start.
All right,
Mine
just
are
be
both.
on the lookout every 6 minutes. Just always look down every 6 minutes.
Mine's
just
been
see
going
what's going
16
on.
I mean, mine
minutes.
picks up Brodie like he's basically talking into it.
Well, yeah.
So I'm sure that one of y'all has to be picking up
Oh
mine.
yeah, most definitely.
Oh, I
I'm
mean,
sure you
it's
didn't
gonna
go
be-
silent. You know, you might have got a little quiet for a second, but you definitely didn't go silent.
Yeah, because it's even picking up Trevor. Like
My phone is literally like it's a foot to here, but then probably 3 feet to you. It's
Yeah.
not that different.
If it goes out again, I'll just talk louder.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think that people won't
There's
mind.
proximity chat. It is what it is.
Proximity chat. I wish we would have gotten into that when it was at
I was
its
gonna say,
height.
imagine
You guys-
Modern Warfare
should we
2
get the
with
car?
proximity
Should
chat.
we get the car things? Have you heard of the car radios that like are
Oh,
literally
ham radio.
You heard of that?
No.
It's literally like proximity chat. Like I guess truck drivers use it. Hunter was telling me, and you just put it on your car. And like if you get close to another person that has it, it's proximity chat.
But it's not. It's a wide proximity chat.
But what I was-
it's not
that's
like
cool.
I'd want to tune mine down to like within 100 feet. And imagine how funny it would be if like, I was telling her, I think it'd be funny if that took off as like a TikTok trend where like younger people like our age start, because you see a lot of older guys doing it.
Yeah.
If people our age were using that, imagine you're just rolling through towns and you hearing people in their proximity chats. It'd be hilarious. Like it'd be like being in an Xbox lobby, just driving on the interstate. But
So wait,
until you drive past somebody and they're like, watch out, there's a bomb. Like that's when it's trouble.
yeah.
And all of a sudden you're swerving. Like,
You have to get like certified. I don't know much about ham radio at all, but I know that like people have
is a product like that
people
legal?
have like their no, like they have to get their license.
No,
plate.
like-
it says like amateur
No,
radio.
for a CRV or whatever.
A
Yeah,
C-class license?
No, the one that truckers have.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
That's the same thing?
I don't know.
I thought that was just truckers to truckers.
But
I
you can
guess
get
it's
it
the
in
same
your car
technology.
because like in cars will have it and it will say like amateur radio on their license plate and they have a big antenna and they can just like talk.
I just want.
But I don't know, like, the
why does that
radius
have to be
or-
regulated? Like, what is this not just like if you accept
What?
the terms of like I'm buying this, I'm subjecting myself to it. Why on earth would you have to have like a license for it?
I mean that's how everything is.
Well, I mean, you can't be
What do
like
you-
running around like yelling out racist things in it to people.
But why? That to me, it's you can't get arrested.
No, you wouldn't get arrested.
Like,
It's more so I think just like regulated as in like you still have free
they're
speech,
trying to
but
keep
like
this under
yeah,
control.
I don't
dude.
know.
They're trying to keep it under
Can I-
wraps.
it's a safety concern.
I agree. I
Safety
agree
for
because
what?
you could have somebody blowing an air horn into it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
I think it's more so like I don't think that
I mean,
the
you would
speech
have
is regulated
you would
on
have
it,
wrecks everywhere if this was.
but it's
became
more so a
mainstream.
safety concern.
It's
I wanna
probably
get
more just to
regulated.
keep out the people that are not going to use it for
I'm gonna
what
get.
it's designed
I'm
to
gonna get
be
licensed
used.
for all the weird things. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna become a notary.
Yeah, you can make
Skydiving?
some good money as a notary.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
That's
That's not
cool.
that weird though. Like being a
Being
licensed skydiver, is
skydiver
a,
is-
lot, a notary is way more niche and weird than a skydiver.
I would disagree.
Okay, not
Become
as
a
far,
I think
not as
there
far
are
as how
more
common it is.
people
but-
that are notaries
Yes,
than skydivers.
probably the truth. But
license.
like
Definitely true.
nobody brags about being a notary. You brag to everybody if you were a licensed skydiver.
Well, you don't need to brag to anyone. Everyone has to go to you.
Exactly.
And find out that
That's
you
why it's
are
awesome.
Yeah, it is true.
You
I
like
guess.
imagine being.
I guess they don't realize
this
it
came
until
up.
they need you.
This came about because Connor and I, he was trying to get his truck to pass inspection, and I was like, how hard is it to be the guy who can do licensed state inspections? And we're like, because like imagine if it was like kind of difficult, but not that difficult. Like you could be the guy. Like everybody's going to you to get inspections.
They're taking it out of your like driveway.
But yeah, dude. But like if you look at the like what you have to do, obviously among the tests you have to pass, you have to pretty much like be a mechanic. Like
Okay,
own a
so
mechanic
you have to
shop.
know what you're doing.
Like it's very much like you're not just getting a license for that as a Joe Schmo. But the notary one was not that complicated. And
Well, like
notaries,
forms?
a notary side hustle, like I was looking online, like you can make bank.
No, it's very expensive. It is very expensive to get a notary side.
Yeah, exactly. So getting you
But
get the
becoming
license,
a notary wasn't hard.
it wasn't that bad. And then everybody comes to you and
That's
you
like
notarize and stuff.
my sister-in-law. Not to put her on blast. I don't think this isn't putting her on blast, but she
No blast. Go ahead.
like she used a doula when she was like pregnant and having her baby,
Yeah.
and we had never heard of a doula.
I've never heard
It's
of
like a
it.
birth assistant.
It's kind of like a birth coach,
Oh,
more or
okay.
less, but it's a little bit more of a natural birth coach.
Yeah.
So we were like, "What the heck's a doula?" So we Googled it.
They can be expensive as a mess.
They're expensive as crap, but you know what you have to do to become a doula?
No.
One online class and then watch 2 births.
Well, yeah, probably because
And then,
it's
I
not
mean,
because they're not like
they're not medical
they're not medically
professionals.
regulated.
Yeah.
No, yeah. You
And
would.
I was like, "Hold up a second.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a doula unless I'd have to probably know them or be very convinced of their certification.
But I have 2 sister-in-laws that use the same doula, and I was like, "This girl, and she's a full-time doula."
She making bank.
And so
How much?
I was like, I don't know how much they charge or anything, but I was like, man, I obviously wouldn't do it. But if I was like,
If I have one more kid, I'm gonna be a doula.
if I was
could.
in
I've
Lizzie's,
seen 2.
if I was like Lizzie, or if I was a woman, essentially, to where I was
Wow.
much more comfortable
Wow,
being in
man.
the room with a woman giving birth.
Yeah.
It's like I wasn't comfortable with my wife giving birth and being in the room. Then like being a doula would be a sick side hustle.
I
Yeah.
think if you were like a
The only
doula-
problem is like you're gonna see some really sad and traumatic things potentially.
Oh, absolutely. Same
Like
thing
that-
with medical professions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But
it
if
takes
you-
it takes a type of person.
Right. Like you got.
I almost passed out when my wife was giving birth.
Yeah.
So I'm not
You
cut out
definitely
for
got to
it.
be built different.
If you did that mixed with being like a
Notary?
long time, no, I was gonna say like
No.
long time babysitter, like one of those
Oh.
babysitters that like, hey, we're going to do like
Birth
this
to graduation.
This,
We got a business
do
plan.
this like 2-week trip to France. We need a babysitter, and you're like, all right, I'm there. Because they got those.
No, you should just 2 for
babysitters
1.
get
You are the
paid.
doula, and then when they have the kid, you give them a little advertisement. Be like, hey, in a few years, you need a babysitter. I'm your person. And
You
then
do
just
that.
you're just regenning.
Because
They just
honestly,
spit
that for like wealthy families, that's a very well paying job.
Babysitting is legit.
I used to
you're
like-
basically just being the mom.
Because childcare, yeah, like
You're just being
you're talking about
mom.
like being a nanny, like that kind of thing.
Yes, like
yeah.
where you're just there all the time.
yeah.
I used to not understand that before I had a kid. I was like, I don't understand why any like person would like if
Like
you can
hire
afford a
somebody?
nanny and you're a stay-at-home mom, that doesn't make sense to me. Now that my wife's a stay-at-home mom, I was like, yeah, if we were rich enough, 100% we'd have a nanny.
Yeah,
Because like Liz is
you
like,
want-
I want to like if I want to go work out during the middle of the day,
Correct.
or I want to go to the grocery store, or I want to just go get coffee. Like I have to think about what I do with Luca.
Yes.
Like he has to come with me, or like I have to. But if you just had a nanny, then it's like, okay, well, do I want to cook right now, or do I want to watch my son have someone else cook for me?
But the question is, do those small interactions of like going to coffee
Oh,
with
absolutely.
your kid, do those play a larger role down the road
Absolutely,
than having
absolutely.
someone else do it?
Now we're just getting into psychology.
No,
That's the
100%,
question.
100%.
Three men talking about the role of women in child development.
What could go wrong?
Welcome to the banter.
No, I was just thinking like I'll get home from work sometimes.
From a
and my-
convenience standpoint,
That's
no
all
doubt
I'm
about
talking
it.
about.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
But I used to not even understand how that was a thing, and now that we have a kid, I'm like I fully get where like
It
if I
definitely-
was
it ties you
loaded,
down.
it'd be hard to say no.
Well, yeah.
Because like I'll get home and Liz is just drained from the day, and like she's like I don't really want to go out tonight. You know, Luca was just fussy all day. Blah blah. I'm like, oh, did you get to go to the grocery store? No. I was like, oh, did you go like you're gonna go out and meet friends with coffee? No, he was being fussy, so I just didn't go.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not doing like this kid controls your life.
A new baby is very much a Yeah,
Trevor and I have also talked
it's a
about
serious
like
responsibility.
it'd be a lot easier to get home if we worked at like the coal mines or something. We'd have like some sympathy when we
bro.
walk through the door. But
We
it's
get
like,
home, we're like, yeah,
we come home
filming
from a
mini
long
golf.
day at work and we're like, oh man, mini golf took like 2.5 hours today, and then we had to go play around a disc golf, and it was kind of rainy out, so that was brutal.
Yeah.
What'd you do today? Those conversations, it's a lot different than if we were actually like working a manual labor job.
Coal mine.
Yeah.
Some days, man.
Then we'd come home and at least have some sympathy. Versus like, shut up. This kid's been screaming at me all day. Take him.
Yeah.
It's like, it was, work wasn't that bad when you think
It's
about
a
it.
give and take. It's a give and take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what movie did you watch on the flight yesterday?
I watched Bullet Train.
Oh, you're that type of person?
I take it.
You don't preload stuff?
No,
just
American
in case?
Airlines does that
I have
free.
No, I know.
So
I'm-
their selection is nuts.
Are you dead?
I'm dead.
Don't just keep talking.
Alive.
It is unbelievable.
Their selection is so good, and it's like new movies. I've just started flying more regularly in the last couple of years, so like it wasn't even something occurred to me.
I was frustrated.
What's your American Airlines status?
He's not a member.
Okay.
I know.
Let me make something very
What?
clear. First of all, let me make
You're
something.
giving away money.
Homeboy was in boarding class 9.
Do you pay?
I'm
didn't
not
even know
giving
that was a
away
thing.
anything.
Do you pay all your groceries and stuff with a checkbook too?
I'm not giving away anything. There was a business flight. It was a business flight. And number two, let's keep in mind, I've still probably only flown 4 times in the last decade. So it's not like I'm flying all over the place. I just happen to fly.
To be fair though, he flew to Dallas, and then a
lot of miles.
month ago he flew to Vegas.
A lot of miles.
This guy's flying a lot.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
This guy's flying a lot.
Anyways,
I should have plugged in
the
my
free movie
frequent
thing-
flyer points into you.
the
Get
free
double
movie
up.
thing, I'll sign up. The free movie thing is pretty awesome. And so this Bullet Train movie, it's
It's a good movie.
like the Brad Pitt action.
It's a really good movie.
It was very entertaining.
It was shot really well.
Yeah, I had a very fun time watching it. Obviously, very violent, not child-friendly movie. It's that kind of action movie. A lot of gore, violence, that kind of thing. But
Is the audience of the Banter very
I
young?
have no idea. Just trying to put that disclaimer out there. It's not a children's movie, but it was really fun, really entertaining. It was a good airplane movie because it's just nonstop entertainment.
Yeah.
There was no I watched Dune on a flight to Texas the last time, last year.
That was a video game.
And Dune is a very slow burn, heavy politics and dialogue heavy movie with just a little action. And that was good. I enjoyed it, but it was for an airplane, you're thinking a little bit too much about how uncomfortable your seat is. It's I need to get locked in. But yeah, it was perfect length movie too, 2 hours and 20 minutes. It was when it ended.
That's a good one.
We were landing.
I played a game of Monopoly and then hopped on.
Did you sleep on
Me?
the way here?
No.
Not
Played a game of
not wink.
Monopoly and then hopped on to try to catch the Duke game.
Oh yeah.
It was
okay.
on.
It wouldn't load.
It wouldn't load?
It would load. I'd watch 30 seconds and then pause.
Oh, no.
I kept putting out.
The movies are always
I
flawless.
almost paid $15 for an hour of Wi-Fi to watch it. I'm glad I didn't because Duke lost
they
by 3.
lost.
So I would have been very sad.
Duke
so instead, I was
didn't
like,
even
well,
cover
let
the
me see.
spread.
I was like, yeah, the spread was 2.5.
Should we let parlays fly on a random game on the Banter? Should we just...
I wish Texas was a better.
just
Oh,
like
you
some-
can't bet here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I can't bet in Texas.
We're going to have to text Connor.
Brutal.
We don't do that. For the Super Bowl, we got to lay down some parlays. I'm hoping Joe Burrow's back in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I need to make some bets when I'm up there.
Oh, there you go.
The heck?
Yeah.
You got to get futures.
Get some futures.
Yeah, I gotta throw
Big
some
Cat's
bets when
got
I'm up
a
there.
Well,
Philly future. Did you
you're
see it
not
on his
gonna-
sweatshirt?
Yeah. That's futures nut. $8,000 to win $200K.
Yeah.
That's nuts. He has one on the Bengals too.
Bengals too, yeah.
It's not as big though. He put it down.
It's
in
11 to
December.
1, I think, or
The Eagles
something.
one was in August.
They're on.
Well, because where's it? When is the Super Bowl? Isn't it? Is it the second weekend of February?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
coming? You're gonna. So you're
No,
gonna be there.
it's the third weekend of February, technically. Because the second weekend's the 11th.
So you should be.
I should be up there before the
So you should
Super
be
Bowl.
able to play. Super
you'll be
Bowl
here for
bets.
Super
I might be up there during the Super Bowl. Dark Horse. I don't know. I'll have to look at. I haven't even booked the flights yet, so I need to still book the flights.
I don't know.
But I am
We're
a.
live. Nope, we're dead.
I
I
am.
don't understand what's happening. My phone
It's
hates
pretty embarrassing.
I am a preloader when it comes to travel. The only time I go heavily in. Well, and here's the reason why.
This is going to be an interesting listening
I
experience.
don't even know how I'm gonna sync all this. Keep going.
Yeah, here the reason why I preload too is a lot of times like I don't bank on the fact of them. They only upload those movies like once every month.
I
So,
mean,
there's
I'm
not a
I'm not
movie-
going to the theaters all the time.
But you've also fly enough that you watch probably everything they have.
There was like
That's what I'm saying, like-
at least 20 movies I would have watched when I was looking through.
Yeah, I
this
don't
yesterday.
think
I landed on Psych 2 because
the TV show.
no, the second Psych movie.
What is
the
Psych?
heck?
I thought
Psych
was a
TV show.
I almost watched Friday
And then they came
Night
out with the
Lights.
movie, and then they came out with the second movie.
Have you guys ever watched?
I've seen
Where did
all.
you find that?
I was just on it.
That's
I've
right.
seen
You
all
gotta
of
go
Psych.
deep searching.
No,
to find
I was
that.
scrolling on the front page. I was like, oh
It does
shoot.
kind of go from like blockbusters to just like random stuff. Have you ever seen the Friday Night Lights of the movie?
No.
I
See,
haven't.
I'm not interested.
I've never seen it. I thought about watching
There's
it.
a lot of movies on there that I'm sure. If
You know what? Honestly,
watch,
I was about
like
to click
it,
on Friday
but-
Night Lights, and then I thought to myself, if I watch a movie about high school football right now on this airplane, I'm gonna get way too jacked up. And I'm like on this tiny. I'm on
No,
this
see,
tiny-
that's
And
what
then
I
you ran
need.
up to Anton Jameson and just.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we didn't get to that yet. Let's tell a story, Hunter.
All right, so Trevor and I are sitting at the gate in Charlotte,
Headed
about to
Dallas.
board the flight to Dallas, and I'm looking down, and I see a Jordan shoe in front of me, appear out of nowhere, that is like
It's huge.
huge, probably like size 16 or something. I don't even know. Maybe it was a boat. There was
Sure.
a Jordan cruise ship in front of me, and I look up, and there's just a
Yeah.
massive man
When
standing there.
when he walked up, he drew eyeballs because he's very tall, very good shape.
Yeah, and I immediately look at him. I'm like, Trevor, that dude played something. And then it like
Yeah.
clicked. I was
We
like,
were-
that's. I like looked down and
We
started
were
googling
like, that
it.
man was in some league at some time. Like
Because
he-
I immediately look at him and my mind
He's
goes,
so tall.
That looks like Anton Jameson, but he looks younger. Like he looks
Yeah.
too young. So I googled and I showed Trevor a picture. I'm like, that's him. Well, at this point he's walking on because he
No,
boarded
we
first.
really need to cover our bases and make sure Anton doesn't have a kid who's like in his 20s.
No, this guy wasn't in his 20s.
No,
I
You
don't-
guys saw the tattoo. I don't.
Well, we
get why
didn't. We
you're
didn't
still...
see. We saw he
I
had
saw
a tattoo.
glimpse of a bicep tattoo on my way into the plane, and then we saw that he had a bicep tattoo.
But we didn't see what the
We don't
tattoo
have an
was.
exact ID.
So we get
But
on the plane, and
So
I
there's
look at the
still,
dude.
You still don't know if it was.
I would
him.
say
I look at the
I would
dude,
say I'm
and I'm
90.
now positive on the
I
plane.
would bet like if you gave me 2-to-1 odds that it was, I'm betting. I'd probably bet $1,000 on it. Like I'm that confident.
Okay, so it was him.
So I get
Yeah.
once we get on the plane, he's sitting in
just
first
don't-
class,
You don't see guys
and he's
walking around
looking down.
6'10"
I look
looking
at him, I'm
that.
like, gotta be him. So we like,
Yeah.
so Trevor and I are now talking, and Trevor's like, well, there's a way to find out. There's a way to find out. I'm like, yeah, we got to go back and talk to him. He's like, no, he had a left bicep tattoo. Look it up. Look it up. Anton James has a left bicep tattoo. Now we're really locked in.
Things
so
are
now
lining up, man, and his beard
now-
was insane.
Trevor and I are talking about this, and the woman sitting next to us said,
Yeah,
she
we didn't even talk about that.
out of the
This
blue-
lady next to me was probably in her late 40s, early 50s, just like a nice lady. And like she overheard us talking, and she was like, "I was thinking the same thing."
She's like, "It has to be
how do
him,
you
right?"
know who Anton Jameson is?
yeah.
She's a Dark Horse fan.
I know.
She
I
was
was like,
like-
"What the heck?"
She hit us with, she's like, it has to be him. Like, but why are you
I
on
was
this
like-
flight?
I was
She's like,
like,
if it's not him, uncanny, right? Uncanny. And we were like, yeah.
Like what?
So then we get off the flight, and he's in first class, so they leave first. So I'm like, we're never going to see him again. Doesn't matter. It was definitely him. I had even texted Brodie. I said, Anton Jameson's on this flight right now. And so we get to baggage claim. There he is.
There
He
he
was
is.
rolling Louis Vuitton luggage. Rich man.
At this point, I got enough.
Rich man.
I got enough like peeks at him that I was.
So at this point, we're pretty positive it's him. But Trevor and I are still going back and forth, back and forth. I finally am like, look, if it's not him, this man has to get it all the time. Like, you know you look like Anton Jameson, right? So I'm like, I'm not going to, like, he's not going to remember me tomorrow if I walk up and just like, hey, man, you're Anton Jameson, right? Can I get a picture? That was my play.
That was his play.
I was going to walk up because you could tell he didn't really want to be bothered, but I figured,
Yeah.
like, if I walk up, be like, say something, and then ask to get a picture, if he says, like, nah, dude, I'm not taking a picture, I'm going to just walk away, it's done. So I build up my courage. I'm like, all right, send him this. Walk over there,
Oh, I was so nervous for you.
and Trevor's, like, sitting back. Because we were going back and forth with, like, one of us has to
I
get a
was
picture.
never gonna do it.
And I was like, this man's never going to remember me. and I'll have a picture of Anton Jameson.
I respect that.
So I get up there,
Hunter has his
and
moments.
I walk up, look the man in his eyes, and he is looking straight over my head. Clearly sees that I have approached him and that I'm about to talk to him.
That's tough.
And I open my mouth and I'm about to talk, and he starts talking, and I realize he's on a phone call. Well, now I'm in this weird situation because he's clearly seen like I approached him to talk to him. So I just like took a step back and like stood there politely waiting of like, is he gonna address me? And then he like turned his head the other way and started talking that way.
Dang.
Which was like a pretty obvious like, get the heck away from me. So I'm like, all right. So I walk back to Trevor. I'm like, it's over. He's on the phone. And as soon as I get back to Trevor, I turn around and he walked to the other side of the baggage claim.
Yeah, he didn't. He
Tough
wanted
scene.
nothing.
He wanted nothing to do
We
with
did
it.
nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong.
Because I mean, I could have been an annoying person and tapped him on the shoulder anyways, got a picture with him. Which
I
a
mean,
lot of people probably would have.
The opening line
Imagine
of like,
if you like went up to tap him and he just sleeps you, just like right hook.
I would have hoped you were recording.
the opening line of like, you look like someone really familiar, or you look like someone I know. Like,
I don't know what was going to come out of my mouth.
You're better
that was
off-
going in my head.
I would have walked.
You just
there.
go
I think I was going to
straight
be
to-
like,
I
you're
would
Anton
walk-
Jameson, right?
I would
See,
walk
I
up
wouldn't
and-
even do that.
That was what was in my head.
Because you would never. See, here's the thing.
He wasn't famous enough for me to be like,
See,
that's
I know,
LeBron
but that's
James.
already that's creating a bad start of the conversation.
Well,
Who
I
never
didn't say
started?
a word.
Because
The
you-
conversation
I
never
know.
started.
I'm just giving you
If I saw
intel.
anyone
for
else,
future, you would not go up to be like, you're LeBron James, right? Like,
Anton
you look-
Jameson would probably. I feel like in the right scenario,
Just
he'd
say,
get
hey
recognized
man,
by everyone.
loved watching you play basketball. Can I get a photo?
We're gonna really.
But then what if that dude didn't play basketball anywhere?
Then-
It's just like,
Then
what
who cares?
the
Then
frick
it's like,
are
what-
you doing?
Yeah, that's. I would much rather have someone that didn't play basketball and I thought they did than someone be like, you're not famous enough for me to really 100% guarantee it's you.
He also has no social media.
yeah, that was our
that
biggest
was-
flaw.
'cause we
is
were
not
trying to-
being
Why
able
would
to-
he?
We were trying to find.
I don't
we were
know.
like trying to find like, did he post?
He's
going
like
to
he's like
Dallas?
still a
Did he
public
post-
figure for the Washington Wizards.
I don't think he wants to be. He's off. Clearly, he
he's
wants
off
to be
the
off
chart.
the
He is a
radar.
public figure. He does analyst work for the Washington Wizards.
But he's supposed to be a normal guy.
Yeah.
He just does work and goes home, lives his life.
He made $70 million in the league. He's not normal anymore.
No, I know, but like
And he's in great shape. I'm telling you, he could go
he's
back.
an Andrew Luck situation. Got his money, gets out.
That
wants
is true.
to
I
live-
haven't heard
wants
Andrew
to live
Luck.
a
That's
normal
good.
life.
Andrew Luck is an analyst for college football. He made appearances like last year.
Wants to live his
He's
life.
not super.
It's like a Peyton and Eli Manning thing.
Little
they just
Eli
wanna-
Manning.
you see,
Play their career.
Done.
you see Peyton
Off
taking
the
his son around to the games.
Yeah.
Like imagine having that kind of like obviously Peyton.
He was
has-
repping Jalen Hurts jersey.
Imagine having that kind of level of like prestige in the league to where like, what do you think Peyton Manning had to do to be like I'm sure he just called somebody and said, hey, my son and I are coming to the game, and then he's just walking onto the field.
Well, it's
'Cause
like owners
nobody
yeah.
in the right mind is stopping Peyton Manning. That guy could walk through anywhere in the NFL because he's obviously very recognizable. Nobody's stopping him.
Well, you also can walk
anywhere.
there anywhere, pretty much anywhere, and no one's stopping him.
Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite videos, though. Is when clearly someone. I think it was like either a Jack Nicklaus or Arnold Palmer.
Jack Nicklaus.
There was like one. Yeah, there was one video where it was like a
That was a
security
joke.
guard. A security guard didn't know who he was.
I'm just gonna be editing this for 4
It
hours.
takes me so long. I'm
Well,
gonna
we'll
send
do-
it.
Your
we'll
best bet is just a mute.
I'm gonna send it all to Connor.
Oh gosh.
Well, we can wrap it up in a few minutes because we've been going for 38.
Yeah.
So we can make it a little bit of a short banter. But I love those interactions where it's someone that is so recognizable that they're so used to everyone knowing who they are, and they come across some security guard that just doesn't go on the internet, doesn't watch TV, just does their job, and they're just treating you exactly like they would treat anyone else with respect, but they're not giving you like the, oh, after you,
Have you
sir.
seen the
Those are my
reporter,
favorite videos.
reporter interviewing Jordan Clarkson and asking him if he'd ever
Yeah,
seen a Jazz
never.
game and he was on the Jazz at the time?
Oh, like yeah, when he was like on the side of the street or
he
something.
was like
Yeah.
in front of the arena, I think. And they're like,
Yeah.
have you ever seen a Jazz game? Like, I
Have you ever been to a Jazz game? He's like, yeah.
Yeah,
I love that. Every one
Have
of
you
them.
seen the cringe video of FaZe Banks walking into a GameStop?
I love that too.
Oh, that's the greatest one.
I love it both ways. I love it
We've
when
said,
someone.
were you a part
No,
of the
yeah,
talk?
this was supposed to be a punishment, and you guys
Chickened out.
Decided to not
no.
let it be a punishment.
That's
would
still.
never
I
do
think it'd
that.
be hilarious. I would just make sure I didn't lose.
See
I
now,
wouldn't do
okay,
it.
well, what if we made this a punishment where it was like instead of just us three competing against it, we added in Connor and Silas and like Brad, to where there's just like more chances of you not
Well,
losing,
they're not gonna lose.
would you be in it?
Well, yeah.
Well, it might not just be a specific like skill of disc golf thing.
I think it gets less embarrassing though. Like if we had like Jason walk to a weekly and say,
I mean,
like that's just fun.
it would still be like, I mean,
It's an embarrassing
Connor
one,
doing
but, like,
it would be pretty.
I think what
embarrassing.
makes it more embarrassing is when
Oh,
people
gosh,
like
dude.
recognize like you.
People,
like,
there's already so many
if
people that
you walk
assume
in-
that Hunter and I have heads the
what
size
I'm
of
saying.
watermelons.
I mean, you guys do.
what makes
I mean, you guys asked for a lot of things before. You asked for all yellow M&Ms. You wanted like a specific almond milk.
You're not supposed to talk about
You
this.
wanted the house
What
to
the
be
heck?
a certain temperature before you got here. It
The,
was a long list.
But it's way more embarrassing if you were to show up to like an ultimate frisbee thing and you just walk in and be like, "Bro Smith's here." What's up, everyone?"
yeah.
Then it's way more
Oh.
embarrassing than if like I walk up to an ultimate frisbee thing, no one has any clue who I am, and I say it. But like
No,
if
yeah,
I
yeah,
walk
yeah.
up to a and like if I
You
walk
just
up to
confirm a whole bunch of people's
if I walk into the
assumptions.
pro tour and people like recognize me, but like
Like
they're gonna go out of their way to say hi to me,
Reddit.
and then I say,
Can I,
Reddit would be slaughtered.
"Yo, Hunter's
Wait,
here.
all
What's
right.
up, everyone?"
can I throw another punishment out there that's bad, but not as bad as my original one?
Sure.
Possibly.
USDGC.
Okay.
No.
You have to set up a table,
Yes.
post on social media that you're doing an autograph signing by yourself for half an hour.
Do we have to charge?
But
you
you
do have
got-
to charge for the autograph.
You gotta be like,
Oh, if I
but you
could-
gotta do a video being like, "Yo, what up? Trevor here. I'm at USDC. You want my autograph? Show up 4 to 4:30. I'll be right here. Post it up. See you guys soon. The line's gonna be long, so get here early."
That's evil, dude.
And you have to
That's
sit there for
so-
half hour.
That is so.
What we
evil.
would
With
have to do,
Sharpies.
what we would have to do to,
I would do something like that if
is
it was
we'd
like,
have to let our fans know that like who watch the video
I was gonna say.
not to come
Yes.
I was gonna say
during
I
the
would-
4 to 4:30 hour.
I
No
would do it.
fans.
No fans. Like if you like, you can come like witness what's going down, but we want only people who have no idea what's going on
Yes.
to just see Trevor at a blank table with a little thing that says
I would-
$5 for
$5
autographs.
$5 autograph, $10 picture.
Trevor Staub,
I
winner,
would do it.
winner of the #1 podcast Grippy.
I would do something like that if like our audience knew, but I couldn't say it to our audience, like act like that. It would break my heart. Trying to act that way. To them.
No, our audience would know.
Like if our audience knew though, and it was just like the public, and I just had to sit there like that would be one thing. Like,
Okay,
that-
what if it was?
That'd be
What if
funny.
it was you were sitting there and I just take a picture of you and post it out, being like, "Hey guys,
What if-
Trevor's giving $5 autographs."
what if
off."
like what happens if like I make like $200 off autographs though?
Good
your
for
money.
you.
That I feel like it makes it worse.
Well, you
Why?
Like
donate
then I
it.
have to take people's
Well,
money.
donate it. Donate to something.
That's true. I could just
You
charity.
donate
things.
afterwards,
I
but
say like that would be even worse. Like worse
but
than having
also
an empty table would
the
be
fact that you
taking
get
people's actual money.
$200 is also says something. About it.
yeah, I mean, you just
That's
threw
it.
$200 out there.
You
I would
said-
think no one's paying for my
Yeah, I would
autograph.
say no one's showing up.
Trevor's earning $200. That's
a
40 people's autograph.
That was a hypothetical situation.
40 people.
40
getting-
people in a 30-minute time span? That's impressive numbers.
Man, maybe we need to do one of these. Pop his head. It's
We
getting
do need
big.
to try one of these. USDGC would be a perfect spot. If we just got one of those like spots.
We
in
we
the-
want to get a
Let's
booth
just make
this year.
Silas
Yeah.
do it.
Well, we'll set up a $5 signing for Trevor.
Silas would be hilarious because Silas would do something like that.
Oh, he would.
Not
be
even
100%
punishment.
in. No,
He would just send it.
he would love the opportunity.
Yeah.
Silas was famous at USDGC last year. He so many people recognized him. He was like shell shocked.
He's also a very recognizable
Yeah,
person.
he's like
he
6'7".
stands out among the crowd. Very recognizable.
Yeah,
person.
like within 5 minutes, like
we
10
should
people
do
have
that.
been like, "Hey, what's up, Silas?" And he was like, "What's happening?"
Oh no.
We
here's
need
another one. You have to wear a some type of my mic's out.
Am I surprised? No. This is the last segment
All
right,
right.
here. Whatever you're about
You
to
have
say.
to wear like a shirt or some type of sign that says like "I'm Trevor from Foundation" while you're walking around. Like it's on a backpack, like PVC
No,
pipe
dude.
sign.
I want to go
that
incognito.
says like Trevor from Foundation, and then it's like a popcorn stand thing where it's like pictures $5. But you
Oh
just have to
my
walk
God.
around.
Oh.
It's not a table.
like the thing you wear that has like the like. The,
no,
out
like
in
but
front
it's
of you.
like it's just like a sign
I
above
wonder
you,
if I could. I wonder.
and it just says
So-
Trevor from Foundation, $5 picture, and it has
USDGC,
arrows
like
down.
they obviously have some security, but I wonder how long I could walk around selling waters and popcorn and snacks, like Just like
If you stayed on the Outer Banks, you probably could do it for a long time.
I bet you if you like just chilled on that stretch along like the roads,
Yeah,
or the neighborhood
out
across the
there.
street,
Yeah.
and heck, you could just sit if it was your yard there, or like you got permission from somebody, you could sit there with a big old snack bar with like reasonable prices. You would clean house. Because the food options, the food trucks were phenomenal, but like wandering in the village, you got to go out of the way.
Wait,
You're missing the
If
action.
you're way
And
out
the little
there,
like beverage cart that came by was expensive.
Dude,
There was a beverage cart?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a golf cart,
It was expensive.
and they were I think I paid like $3 for a bottle of water.
I mean, that's smart though.
Oh yeah.
To
No.
have
I'm
that
gonna
zip
next
around.
year. I'm gonna monopolize. I'm gonna get somebody's permission that has a front
You're
yard
gonna spend
there.
your time doing that
Yeah,
instead of what?
Well, why would you do that when you can just sell autographs and make a few
Yeah,
bucks?
it's true.
that's true.
You can make the same amount of money in 30 minutes as you could.
I'm
all
gonna go
day
next
selling
year
water.
dressed like you and try to convince people I'm you and just act like
People
you.
always. I get called Trevor. I've signed autographs as you.
I've
one or two.
Never signed an autograph as Hunter. People have asked me a lot of times like, "Where's Hunter? Is Hunter here? Where's Hunter at?" But I've never.
People think people
Nobody
never
has ever
said.
called me Hunter ever.
Really, I get called Trevor all the time. All the time.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I think
I've taken pictures of people too. They're like, "Yo, Trevor, can I get a picture?" I'm like, "Absolutely."
I think usually though,
Take a
it's,
picture and they walk off.
usually it's more
I'm
of
like,
like
"This is great." They're gonna post a picture and be like, "Just met Trevor."
maybe it's like a "Hey, what's up, Hunter?" I don't know if I've ever had like that intimate of a like greeting with somebody.
Typically, before it gets to like sign a disc or take a
It's
picture,
like I'm actually Hunter.
no, I don't say it. I
They
never say
realize
it because I don't. That's
Have you actually signed a disc T-Staub?
yeah. I signed T and then I scribbled. I've signed discs Brodie once or twice.
There's no
someone
way.
someone said something about wanting Brodie.
I've
and
never signed a disc as Hunter, but that's hilarious.
Well, I get awkward in a situation where
I
I don't want to
understand.
be like,
No, I
yo,
understand.
you know I'm Hunter, right?
You get it? That is the
so I have
worst.
social anxiety.
The
so I'm
worst
just like,
situation is
Screw
when
it,
that
I'm just sending this thing.
something like that is happening, and then another person comes up and is like, "Yo, what's up, Hunter?" And then they're like,
That person's like,
Oh, yeah.
what?
like they just signed.
We need
the
to
disc
hire
as Trevor.
twins.
We
It is
just played
kind of
some
what we're
twins
missing, isn't it?
and a bogey
Should
rope
we get
battle.
them? They kind of
Were they good?
You know who they were like? Mincy.
They were a lot
They
like
were
Mincy.
like they were literally. They looked and talked just
They were
like
dead
Ben
on
Mintz.
Really?
Like
That'd be
I don't know
great.
how we didn't think
My
of
arm
that.
is out, so
That's
This
it.
show's ending.
That's it.
This show ending.
it's over. Have fun with that, Silas. Imagine if I send this thing to him.